Guys, today I wanted to talk to you about NRXP, a pharmaceutical company, biotech or biomed, and they have a pretty good upcoming year, and it's definitely a company that I will be looking at and that I advise that you should be looking at as well, as it's a great investment opportunity. Of course, there are the downsides to this firm that you have to look out for, and what possibly could affect the stock price also negatively. But let's first look at the positives. Right. So, their quarterly report mentions that they have a lot of management 32. They have a lot of drugs that are awaiting FDA approval, that are on the phase of 32. It's supposed to be here. So there you go. So an abbreviated new drug application for NRx 100 was filled with priority review requested during the second quarter of 25, with a first response received August 13th. Then, an NDA for the same drug was originally initiated during the fourth quarter of 24 and is expected to be completed in September 25, which is this month. This follows the company's application for a waiver under the PDUFA, which is expected to save the company $3.4 million and gas fast track designation for NRx 100. The company has applied to receive a voucher, reduced review time. Then you have an NRX 101, which is a different drug. An NDA filing was initiated. Company's rolling review, breakthrough is given to FDA. Most preliminary evidence run by the company anticipates decision dates from the FDA for both its NDA applications, potentially as early as end of 25 and first quarter of 26. So this is potentially around 26 is when this company could have two drugs in the market, and it's non-profit now. And that is a great sign, and that would definitely multiply the stock price 2, 3, 4 times or even more, considering the amount of how large the market is for each drug, which is, I believe, around $1 billion from what I've seen previously. So, drug development, fast track designation for NRX 100, and the filing, submission of stability data, and so they are acquiring stake in different firms as well, and these are the results from the drug, right? So it has a great future ahead of it, NRXP. The only thing that we should be looking out for is that they have a baby shelf. So they have 75 million that because they have a float smaller than 75 million, they can offer a third of their float, and I think they have 20 million that they can offer at the market at any time. They did offer 3 million, but that wasn't an at the market offering. That was a private placement, and that is actually a pretty good sign, because a firm, investment firm maybe, I'm assuming, and they bought 3 million shares. They now hold 12%. Of the fund. So they hold 12% of the stock now, which is also a great signal for the future pricing. This stock is good to hold. The only thing would be that we can look at the cash actually together and how all of that is doing. So financial statements, that starts here. So no, that's too much. Let me just quickly resume it for us so it's quicker. Get like an overview. Summarize the financial statements below. And I'm pretty sure they are low on cash, but and that could really affect the outcome of the stock, because they can do an ATM ATM offering at any time, which would be very, very bad. So that's the only thing to look out for. What I'm personally doing is I'm just looking for updates on waiting for new 8K reports, maybe looking at what are insiders doing, if there's any grants positioned around certain timing, but it's looking positive for me, everything apart from the registration, because they did commit the registration statement, I think in 2022, and then in 2024 they did a follow-up on that, so they still are in the period up until December 2025 to do an ATM offering. So yeah. There you go. Shares outstanding 20. Yeah, operating costs are down because they are now just waiting for approval. I don't think they have to do any more trials. Fair value balance sheets or large current liabilities. Yeah, liquidity improved, share count increased, and financing cover dilution, and ATM program is active. There you go. So you have to be careful with it, but I think it's a good investment, to be honest. What I'm personally doing is I'm just waiting just looking at it, just keeping it on my radar, because this is a big mover. This is definitely a 2-3x mover. And maybe I'll wait to see if NDA approvals. That does not drive the stock price up. I'll wait to see NDA approvals, and I do, from experience, really think that before they are approved by the FDA commercially, that they will do an ATM. They have the availability to do an ATM. They're gonna have fees and everything, so I'm pretty sure they'll do an ATM. So if in fact they do an ATM offering, I believe that after the offering, of course you can't always await. I would like check with insider trading reports and grants and holdings reports. That is also very important to keep a look on it, to see what's happening. Are funds investing? Are people timing? Is the company timing the grants to a specific time before these things come out? Those are all things to look out for. But it's also very important to make sure you don't invest earlier than needed because of the ATM, the possibility of an ATM. So yeah, as you can see, it's trading at 2.6 now. If you go on a daily, it's it has the possibility to really do a lot. And I'm not sure if they have any drugs selling. I'm pretty sure no. It's really interesting why in, for example, January 25 they had this big push. It's probably coming out from this report. But yeah, that's just departure of officers. So they had a prospectus. Yeah, but that should dilute the price, no? No, not the price, I mean dilute. Yeah, that's in February, never mind. Somewhere around here, maybe this one. And departure of officers. Again. I think it's this binding term sheet, defining terms, purchase agreement, hope, whereby the investor tends to purchase 25 million shares of Hope. Diluted outstanding equity of Hope in the company's stock. Do they own material definitive agreement? Enter the binding term, defining. Did they purchase it? I'm not really understanding this. Yeah, so let's see. That is probably why the stock went up, but they don't have any revenue stream. No, they do actually, because I think they own they are stakeholders in other firms. So they do have something, and of course that impacts their stock price as well. But yeah, this stock has a lot of potential in 26. You know, I think it's a great investment. I do believe in it, but of course I would have to see the would like to see first how the filings come out and whether they do an ATM and all of that. So yeah. Well, it doesn't really. Oh, okay. There you go. Into Hope, wholly owned subsidiary of Hope. Okay. Okay, so GSG Holdings, binding term sheet, 25 million of wholly owned sub via Hope A converts into 30 owner fully dialed, implies 70 valuation for 32 million purchase. Okay. Warrants for price to buy an additional. What Hope gets if close 25. Okay, there you go. 67%. So they got 25 million into Hope. So yeah, GSG Holdings put 25 million into Hope. That's what dragged the price up like crazy. 300%, right? But the thing is, it's actually happened December 17th. Out of interest, let's just see if there's anything leading up to it. December 17th, so 24. Oh, that's the wrong one. Yeah, where's the right one? There you go, December 17th. You just have an insider trading report, and that's acquiring the stock held by the trustee held by the. There you go. This is also a good sign. 1.2 million indirect acquired shares. Yeah, the chief, the chairman, 10% owner. This is also a good sign of that the stock price might go up in the future, of course. And you have this holdings report. What is it about? And I'm assuming the latest 8K report also had something talking about the possibility of the material agreement. So there you go, CFO. What did he do? What? No securities are beneficially owned. Okay, never mind. Yeah, the registration state. Okay. Oh, okay, that's the file. It's been a year already. That's not good, actually. Upcoming 24 milestones. I don't like it. Actually, that's not a good thing, but yeah, we can definitely keep an eye out for the stock though. I don't like that they said they filed for NDA. I think NDA was approved for the NRX 100. They filed for the 101, so that wasn't mentioned there. But it took a year almost, and they haven't even got FDA approval yet. So yeah, but yeah, the stock can do a lot. You know, it's a good stock. You can definitely put a little bit of money in there. I think it has potential to go up high if they actually increase their revenue streams and they get approved. So yeah, I mean that's it for this video. Thank you for watching, and yeah, that's it.